Good morning. Well, maybe it's morning for you, I don't know. I've been hanging out with my friend Christopher for the past few weeks here in southeast Arizona. He has a little homestead here. He's just got like a little, tiny plot of land. And yeah, so I thought I would go, check everything out and interview him. Christopher does have a YouTube and Instagram and stuff. I'm going to put a link below to Christopher's YouTube, so go ahead and give him a subscribe. Go check out some of his videos. But yeah, let's go check out some homesteading in progress.
Ta-da! I might need to add dirt down here. Ta-da! Welcome to my homestead. My homestead here is about a third of an acre. It is a third of an acre. It's 0.31 of an acre. And it pretty much goes, there's a fence back there, and there's also a road on the other side, and it's just a little tiny rectangle, and there's no power, there's no sewage, there's no water, there's just nothing here. You have to do everything yourself. As far as my parcel, I got it for really cheap. While I was traveling, I decided, let me Google land for sale. So I Googled land for sale, and I came up on some Arizona properties, and I just got really lucky because I am so naive really about how things go. And so I did a little bit of research, and I saw the satellite views, and I contacted the seller, and I just purchased it with one of my secure cards. If it happened to have been a scam, I could just contact my card company and say, look, this person scammed me, and I'd get the money back. But it wasn't a scam, and it was actually just meant to be. And this land it means more to me than monetary value now, because this is my life. When I arrived here, I arrived in my camper. It's right over there with a tarp on it, and the name is Frankie. I named it Frankie because it's like Frankenstein was made for many pieces and it came to life, and that's kind of how I made that. And Frankie was actually kind of near where my car is sitting now. All the shrubs you see out, they were all here, and I just got rid of them and started building. The first year I was here, I ordered this building. It's a barn, a lofted barn, and I'll show you what I did inside. This room was added on a year later, so we're going to enter that room. This is the original barn, and I'll give you a little tour of what it is now. This is my original humble abode, and it was amazing when I first got it. It was just bones. Put insulation and walls and everything in here. One of the first things I made was my shower, because I had to make sure I was clean. This works off of a pump, very simple system, and it has a 30-gallon water tank behind. And I have an instant hot water heater outside. Originally, my bed was in that section over here. I brought my lovely partner here, and so now we just have a bed here. Then we have plenty of storage up in the loft. I originally tried to sleep in the loft. That didn't work. It was just too claustrophobic up there. But right now in the winter, we use a diesel heater. It's outside and it just works off of my 12-volt system. I'll show you over here. I have solar on the roof. I have about 1100 watts up there, and it comes in to this charge controller, and that's a 60 amp charge controller, and it goes down to 2 batteries sitting down here. They're 200 amp hour lithium batteries, and those then go to my 3000 watt inverter, and that powers everything. I'm totally off grid here, and everything that's done is either done with the inverter, or I have a small generator as well. So, and this is Stella, my partner's guinea pig. She's so cute. And so that is the original barn. In here, so originally I made this just a covered porch. Had the kitchen in there as well, just a very simple kitchen in the barn for myself. And so I ended up putting a kitchen in here. I also built this bathroom off to the side. We just have a hand washing station here and all of our toiletries, some buckets to do our business. And out here we have the instant hot water heater. This is how we heat the water for the shower. This is like a heater bin, and I just use it to hold we have the instant hot water heater. So there's 2 D batteries under here, which clicks it on when it feels the water come through. And then the propane tank, it's quite nice. I don't know what I'd do without it. And here's where we keep the generator. I made this little box, and it pretty much runs anything we need we don't run on solar. And this is actually our other diesel heater that is heating this building. This is actually an extension cord coming from the inverter. They come all the way over here, and that extension cord goes into the house. And this building, we ordered this building. It's a 12 by 32 for just our living purposes, and also to make the kitchen a little bit more spacious because it was so cramped in the barn. So come on in. And this is our lovely, beautiful kitchen that was handmade, and I'm so proud of this kitchen. And currently we're actually doing some dishes, and I guess I'll show you how we do that. First, we boil some water on the stove. Right now, what we do is we wash our dishes in this one, and then we'll rinse in here, and then we'll go ahead and put them on the mats, and then they'll dry. And under here, we put our extra water that we bring in, and if you look out the window, we do have a 275 gallon ICB tote, and I fill that up probably every few weeks. I love this kitchen. I made this counter. We polyurethaned it like 6 times and we made sliding drawers to make things a heck of a lot easier to get to. This cupboard was given to us by a friend, and I put it up on the wall, and it's just absolutely amazing. I love it. Oh yes, and we have our own Berkey filter. We have a filter inside this one, and it just sits right on top, just like that. Very simple. We put the water up here, and it flows through and filters the water. The soup pots from the dollar store. There is a filter, just a very inexpensive eBay purchase. And in here we have just the sitting area. If you look over here, this is where that electrical cord comes in, and I have a strip there. I'm actually in the midst of making it a lot neater, but we still have to do insulation in the ceiling, which we'll be getting to hopefully shortly. And once we do that, I can go ahead and neatly make the cords, tidy along the ceiling. And in this building, we do not have flooring yet. We just put down a rug just to make it a little more comfortable. But we still have a lot to do. It's homesteading for you. So, of course, the TV is a smart TV, and our phones, and we have cameras everywhere. And I'll show you right over here. We have a little MiFi device, powers our internet. And from this little thing, I made sure that I hooked us up with some internet. We make these wicking beds. So basically the concept, there's going to be a bunch of jugs with holes in it, and then we can fill the water in to the top of these, and then whatever plants are on top in the soil, they'll like soak them up. This is how we make our wicking beds. So basically you have to make holes in all of the one that is going to be hooked to the pipe to put the water in. I want to put more holes in, but these down here I just want to put a couple holes, like top and bottom. It smells like creamer. And most of these are donated to us by our friends. And so, good way to reuse the plastic. So now you fill the bottom. You can actually use pea gravel, or we found this mulch. There's a place people put their compost, and it's basically free. I should have got my gloves. Ah, cricket. This is going to be able to stay damp, and then it'll wick up into the soil sitting on top. Now we need to make a drain hole that's going to be about the same height as this bed here. So I'm going to put it about right there. So when we fill this with water, when it starts to come out the drain hole, that means we have enough water. We would typically want a longer pipe, so this would stretch all the way to the bottom. But in our case, this pipe goes around this bottle head. So we just set it there, and that's our fill. So we're gonna fill this up. When the soil's in here, it'll make this sturdier. But I kind of want to get this filled up. There it goes. So this is what the plants are actually gonna be growing in. And you save a lot of money on soil, because look, you only have so much soil. You know, we have friends in high places, so I have a friend that works at the dump, and he actually gets these bins and just people throwing them away. Of course, the mulch came from compost place, like I was saying, so I just drive through every now and then. We saw this big old thing of wood shavings, and I'm like, yes! So nothing beats free. This is a 275-gallon tank, but I usually only fill it so much because I have a small car, so I don't want to overload it. So. Yep, that's enough. And this is just a $10 siphon from Walmart. And it works on batteries. And I turn it on and it goes in.
I'm just cooking up some dinner for Christopher and Kelly, my gracious hosts. So I'm just making some simple pasta with cheesy sauce, and I have some chicken breast that we're gonna grill and then make a pile of cheesy sauce pasta with the chicken on top. Whew, gonna be good. Yeah, just keeping an eye on it so it doesn't boil over. But yeah, super simple meal. But I always add a lot of extra cheese, so I got a wedge of cheese and we'll grate that in it and mix it all in. It'll be super duper cheesy.
Maybe a few more minutes.
Yep. Cheesy pasta.
Yum, thanks, Bex.
Well, thanks for grilling the meat.
Oh, these are the pastas you like. Mmm.
Holy cow. That's pretty good.
Yum, that's really good. I love to grill I'm glad I was able to grill this for you. Mm-hmm.